you doing, everybody? My name is Brandon Dudechair Craven, and these are my top 5 favorite moments from Monday Night Raw. This time they are for 7/15/2019. That's July 15th, 2019. Cannot believe we're already halfway through July already. It is mind-boggling how fast this year is actually going. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the top 5. And remember, these are my opinion only. These have no weight whatsoever. So let me know your top 5 in the comments. If you do like my top 5 moments, be sure to hit that like button. And if you don't like my top 5 moments, be sure to hit that dislike button. And also let me know your top 5 in the comments. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started with number 5. My number 5 this week, Ricochet and the Usos versus Bobby Roode and the Revival, 2 out of 3 falls. It was a great match. Absolutely love the Revival and the Usos. I think they're both incredible tag teams. I love, and Corey Graves mentioned this last night as well. Was that they're kind of like the old school Four Horsemen of Arn and Ole Anderson. They're just smash mouth in your face. They're a little bit more athletic, I think, than the Andersons, but they really bring that old school mentality of just in your face. I'm gonna hit you as hard as I can, just that mentality, and I think it's great. And the Usos on top of that are just a fantastic tag team, and it was just an overall great match. But I'll get more into that in my pros and cons here a little bit later on. Number 4 this week, Cedric Alexander actually beating Drew McIntyre. It was shocking, and I really hope they push Alexander to the moon. He's a fantastic talent. I think he's been underutilized since they moved him from 205 Live to Monday Night Raw. I think he's been really underutilized, and I can't wait to see where this is going to go from here for him and to see where it's going to take him. I wish I could have made number 3 higher, but, they had some really good matches after this. But Bray Wyatt's return with the Fiend gimmick. It was just fantastic. I didn't sleep good last night because all I had was that image in my head of Bray Wyatt and that creepy little mask he wore and the lights and the creepy horror movie vibe, and it was creepy, but I loved every minute of it. Absolutely loved it. I hope they push him again. I hope, just like Alexander, I hope they give him a really good push. I don't like that it's just at the expense of, seems like, Finn Balor, but I hope they push Bray Wyatt really good this time. Number 2 this week, the women's four-way match to determine the number 1 contender for Becky Lynch's title. It was surprisingly good. The women's matches have not been great recently, but it was highly predictable. The reason I say predictable is because SummerSlam is going to be in Toronto. Who else is from Toronto or Canada? Natalya. I don't like that they gave her the title shot, simply probably because she's from Canada, and they're going to be in Canada, so they're looking for that hometown favorite. I don't like that. I think Natalya is very talented. I think she deserved a push a long time ago. And I don't agree with them doing that, but it is what it is. So we'll get Natalya and Becky Lynch at SummerSlam here in just a couple of weeks in Toronto. So we'll see how it goes. I don't expect it to be anything bad. I expect it to be a really good match because they're really good together. But again, I don't agree with them just giving her the title shot because she's from Canada. So I want people to get title shots, and I want people to get chances on their talent, not because of where they're from. So anyway. And my number 1 pick for this week, the top 10 Battle Royal for the men to determine the number 1 contendership for Brock Lesnar's, that's hard for me to say, that guy's Universal title that we'll never see again until probably SummerSlam or WrestleMania. So anyway, I do pray that Seth Rollins regains the title, and I pray that he beats the snot out of Croc Never Here. We are no longer calling him Croc Loser. We're calling him Croc Never Here because he's never there. Why would you put the title on someone who is never there? He's a part-timer. It's like putting the title on The Undertaker, which, by the way, The Undertaker is a much better choice to put the title on than Brock Lesnar. Undertaker has deserved that part-time spot. Brock has only had it because he went to UFC and punched and kicked a couple people and won a couple of titles. Big deal. Not knocking anything on his UFC career. I was okay with it. But still, all he does is suplex, 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 done. That ain't a match. That is not something people want to see. It's not, I could go on and on and on for days about this. I can make a whole video about my complaints with Brock Lesnar, but I'm not going to because it's pointless. Because they don't listen to fans. You know what? I'm just going to shut up. Let's go to our pros and cons for this week. My pro for this week, they did really good at setting up their SummerSlam show coming up in just a couple of weeks. The matches they did, setting it up, it looks like it's going to be Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, Becky and Natalya, Seth and Brock. They just set up a lot of really great matches coming up, and they did really well with setting all that up. So kudos to Paul if he's doing that. So kudos to him. And my con for this week, this goes back, I thought the Usos and Ricochet with the Revival and Bobby Roode was a great match. But why have there been so many 2 out of 3 falls lately? I mean, you're basically destroying that gimmick of the 2 out of 3 falls match. When you make so many 2 out of 3 falls matches, when you actually have a 2 out of 3 falls match that is actually supposed to mean something, it won't. Because nobody will care. Because then they'll just say, oh, it's another 2 out of 3 falls match. Big deal. So then you have to push another match. So then you have to make it another match type to make it actually matter. When, in actuality, it could be a 2 out of 3 falls match that decides a rivalry with somebody. But having them week after week after week on the show is getting a little boring. I mean, that's my opinion. So let me know your opinion in the comments. But to me, it's getting a little bit boring. And also, Brock Lesnar. I told y'all from the beginning, anytime Brock Lesnar is on Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view, whatever, it will always be a con because he is taking up valuable TV time, much like Shane McMahon, taking up valuable TV time for people that actually deserve to be there. He doesn't. Not on his name alone, not on his UFC career. This ain't UFC. This is something completely different. It's something completely different. And I'm not going to get into it again, but that's just what it is with him. So also another con I had was what in the world is going on with Mike and Maria Kanellis? That it's stupid. It's idiotic. Stop. It's good grief, man. It's so like it's ridiculous. Man, no, just stop that storyline altogether and just let him move up in the rankings a little bit. Good grief. Ugh. I mean, it was a great show, but man, they've had some questionable stuff come up. Like that. Gosh. Anyway, let's take a look at some honorable mentions for this week. My honorable mention for this week would have to go to the Club. They are a monster tag team or a monster heel team. I love it. I love AJ Styles as a heel. I think they're going to do great things. I hope they don't let it flounder again. But this stuff they got going on with Ricochet, I think it's going to be really good. And I can't wait to see where it goes. They are missing one person still. And I hope they get Finn Balor involved in one way or another. But it's going to be really good. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this week's top 5 favorite moments for Monday Night Raw. Do not forget, coming out tomorrow morning will be my review of NXT 25. And also tomorrow night will be my top 5 moments from SmackDown Live. And also this week, get ready for this, you will see a Batman Arkham City video coming out this Thursday. You will also see a WWE 2K19 video coming out this Friday. So do not miss it. Don't miss it. Don't say it wasn't there, because it'll be there, I promise you. So that's all going to be out this week. We got a lot of videos coming out this week, guys. So stick with me. Do not forget, if you love this channel, if you like this channel, be sure to tell your friends so they can all enjoy it too. Because I do it for y'all, man. I do it for y'all okay, this past weekend, for example, I saw a couple of guys who watched the channel at a local wrestling event that they had here called Bayou Independent Wrestling. I saw them, and they absolutely love the channel, and that's why I do all this. I do it for y'all. I do it just to give y'all a little content, and so I do it for y'all. So you guys just hang with me. Make sure you tell your friends, because it's going to be a lot of fun going forward. So anyway, guys, my name is Brandon Dudechair Craven. See y'all tomorrow morning right here on the Rolling Wrestling Review Show on YouTube. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Just go ahead and hit it for me. Anyway, I almost stole somebody else's gimmick. Sorry. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. And God bless you. I'm down for the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. See you later, everybody.